very dear and respected students and audience. Today I shall be talking on one modern drama, A Doll's House by Henrik Ibsen. In fact, in this video, I will be discussing how to read this drama effectively, and if somebody is teaching, what are the aspects which should be considered while one is teaching. This drama is called a modern drama. Definitely it's different from the classical drama, so its teaching is also different in the same way. I shall be dividing it in 3-4 parts by saying that first of all, its stage settings are quite different, its characters are different, its themes are not the themes of the classical drama. For example, theme of feminism, Marxism, role of money, capitalism, and ultimately the change, the problem, and the domestic issues that is going to be the theme of this drama. So let's take it first of all. In Shakespearean drama or in Marlowian drama, most of the time we got the stage which was bloody, having wars, weapon systems, ghosts, and other things like that, which would show that the drama is about the warriors, the generals, and the kings or their efforts for gaining the government. But here is a drama which is just the middle class drama. Like Jane Austen, it goes to describe in its stage the presence of certain sofa seats, the kind of library, the tables, and the pastimes of the people, just to show that it's a middle class people's drawing room where they will be sitting and talking to each other. And in the same way, the stage goes different when there's no war that takes place. It is the war between the individuals at home, the war of their individualness, not the war of the weapons. And then if you proceed further, we go to find that drama carries a lot of things about feminism. Sometimes the feminism relates to the first wave or the second wave, but most of the time it is the radical feminism which is available there. The character of women present here, they assert themselves. Their assertion becomes sometimes so strong that they begin to say that my own self is more important as compared to the self of any other person, or her own duties are more important towards her. So that is why this drama should be approached with reference to the feministic ideology. The kind of demands of the women in order to claim an equal status in the society with respect to the men of the society. Same is the case with the role of money. As in Jane Austen, we saw that marriage was a lot depending upon money, availability of money, an eligible bachelor, and the beautiful girl. That was the combination. But here this role is being condemned, although we have brought the women to such a level where they are most of the time looking for money from their husbands, from their fathers, and they're not earning themselves. If the money is not there, they would marry somebody, and if the money is there, they wouldn't marry somebody. So in that way, the theme of Marxism should also be applied to that. And what are the domesticity, the duties of a woman, and how she would take care of her duties, how she would bring up the children, and what is the responsibility of man, and in return to that, what does he expect from a woman? That is the kind of issue which was rising in the age when this drama was being written. Moreover, this drama is going to be some domestic issue, some social issue on which the drama is being written. So the rise of the women, the earning of the money by the women, that was posing ever new problems, and that is why the drama was written. So in this way, A Doll's House is a drama which reflects the happenings of the society of that time. So with these approaches, the drama should be witnessed. Next, let us think about the happenings which take place in the drama. There are 4 happenings which are important. Number 1 happening is Nora's borrowing money from the bank. And number 2 happening is that Kogstad, the up to some extent villainous character, is there who wants to use Nora, exploit Nora, or blackmail Nora up to some extent, we can say, in order to get his position strengthened in the bank as soon as her husband, Nora's husband, Helmer, becomes the manager of the bank. And the third strand with which this drama should be understood is regarding the letter which is written by Kogstad in order to give the proof to Mr. Helmer that his wife has been dishonest. She has been kind of faithless to him because she used something wrong in order to secure the money. And then lastly, it's the final scene, the finale, where Nora becomes the most important person for herself and she acts accordingly. So these things are happening in this drama. In the beginning of the drama, we see the scene opens with the introduction of the preparations for Christmas. It means the drama is about the nights when Christmas is being celebrated, the happiest time of the Christian people in the West. At that time, houses are being decorated, children are being gifts, and women are getting money from their husbands to go for shopping. And in the same way, many other people are expecting good things to happen in their life. So Christmas time is a happy time for the Christian people. Same is the case with this drama when it begins with that. So Nora is from the very outset being declared by the husband that she's a spendthrift woman. She spends a lot of money. Whatever money is given to her, she spends it out. And therefore, carelessness of Nora regarding money is the main point of Helmer. Torvald Helmer, definitely is a husband, and so he is expected to maintain the home. Has recently achieved some progress in his job, and so therefore he is very happy also. The house is altogether happy because more money is expected out of that. But the past is lurking and loomingly present around this couple. They have the happy children, they have the happy home, they have the happy time, but the past is there. And one of the incidents which happened in the past, that Torvald was ill, and there was the need of moving Torvald to some place for getting him treated for his illness, and for this purpose money was required, but the money was not available anywhere, so Nora wanted to get money. She got the money from the bank on the fraudulent signatures of her father and then put the wrong date on that. So as a result, Kogstad, the bank clerk, knew all these things. So when he feels threatened because of the arrival of Mr. Helmer at a superior position and arrival of Miss Linde at the home of Mr. Helmer and Mrs. Helmer, she is going to get the job because she's jobless. At that time, Kogstad feels very much threatened. So he comes back to Nora and says that he will not keep secret anymore. So Nora is required to convince her husband in order to let Kogstad continue going to do that, whatever he's doing. Otherwise, the secret will be told and Nora will be in trouble, and her house, her love, her happiness would be broken. Well, Nora is expecting all that. She knows that her husband would never agree to that. Her husband would definitely not agree with this kind of arrangement. And her husband does say so that he's not going to give any good hand to Kogstad. So Kogstad writes a letter. And that letter is put by him into the letterbox, which will directly go to her husband instead of going to her. Miss Linde tries to stop that, but it's not possible. Miss Linde has been having relationship with Kogstad in the past time, but she had left Kogstad only for the absence of money, which she needed very badly. And now once again she has come back after her husband loses money, and she's back and she's once again in search of job, in the search of some husband who should provide her the money. So she also convinces Kogstad not to do that. So Nora convinces her husband, Miss Linde convinces Kogstad not to do these things which can put the life of Nora into jeopardy, but neither is convinced. Mr. Rank, Dr. Rank is a very mysterious character in this drama, that he continuously visits the house of Nora, and Nora is all the time keeping him happy, trying to offer him tea or coffee, or they are spending good time, not all together alone in the presence of her husband. So in a way, it is just a family friend to be shown here. Though in the past there may be some good relationship, but he is a family friend. And he is also supposed to provide money in a way, as Nora tells to Linde, that will solve the problem. But all these things do not happen. The letter ultimately is expected to come in the letterbox. Now, Tarantella dance, which is actually the kind of movement of arms and legs to be made at that time when one is bitten by the black spider. But the name has been given to the dance like Tarantella. Nora is very expert of that, and she says that he would be having a very good dance for Helmer because he knows this is going to be the last dance, this is going to be the last happiness. After that, the things may change because of the arrival of the letter by Kogstad and coming to know of the contents of the letter and the past of Nora. So she prepares her dress, mends her dress, and is ready for having a dance. I'm sorry. The night comes and the dance begins there. She dances very well, and ultimately she says that everything is going to come to an end. And Nora, therefore, is open now. Instead of becoming fearful, instead of becoming upset, she rather is getting strength from all that. That when the claim is done on her that she's done something wrong and her husband would throw her out of the home, she herself becomes ready to go outside. She discusses the thing with Helmer very boldly and says that whatever the letter you might have found, this thing I did, and so I'm ready to leave you. And before leaving, however, something happens which crushes the honor and respect of Nora. Helmer says that although he will be taking care of her, taking at her home, doing everything for her, earning double money to remove the debt, but he will not give the command of her children in the hand of such a woman who is so irresponsible. This convinces Nora that this place is not her place, and that is why she goes outside without taking care of her children, without taking care of Helmer, and she goes outside in order to convince herself that she is herself very much important for herself. Now all this goes to bring before us one thing, that if you do not respect a woman, she would not be living with you as an irrespected person. She needs respect more than the love. And this Nora also says that the big sin has been committed to her, that when father said that she is to be protected because she's lark, she's baby, she's doll, same thing was said by the husband also. But when the time comes, husband is unable to protect her. Because of this situation, she needs to build her own personality, and she does build that. The circumstances are designed in such a way that Nora leaves the home without taking any care, anything from the home of Helmer, and she has done so in order to prove that her own honor and respect is the most important thing for her. So in that way, the drama becomes the feminist voice also. It is the drama which is modern also. In the sense, it is a drama which carries the Marxist point of view as well. And it tells about the evils of capitalism and accumulation of money. And in that way, this drama becomes very much different from the other dramas. So I hope so that the teachers teach the drama in that sense. The students approach this drama in the senses which I have tried to highlight. It would be a better preparation, not only for themselves, but also for their examinations and then for the kind of competitive examinations. So thank you for watching all that. Hopefully meeting you in some next video. Okay, bye-bye, Allah Hafiz.